Hollywood's Bette Midler weaponized Easter, the highest day on the Christian calendar, to deliver a belligerently obnoxious tweet to advance a gun control argument. Midler proved once again that she is the queen of the leftist shrews, who begs the question, was she born this ignorant or did she have to work really hard at it? Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we try to make sense of leftist morons on Twitter and elsewhere. The high priestess of the woke supremacy took to social media to insult Christians, law-abiding gun owners, and anyone who believes in our Constitution and the Bill of Rights. She wrote, "On this most holy day in the Christian calendar, remember the slaughter of your own innocents in school shootings across America, and let this Easter mark a resurrection for them and for your commitment to change. It's your turn." Every time there is a mass shooting, the leftists in the misinformation fake news media and on social media always jump the gun and claim that the shooter was a conservative, only to find out later that it was always a leftist. Now, isn't it something that Bette Midler and other notable Hollywood leftists never provide a rational argument on guns? After a shooting, they always talk about disarming every law-abiding citizen who never committed a crime with a gun, while never talking about the leftist criminal or crazy person who used the gun to commit a crime to harm people. It's their MO. If leftists got their way, we would end up with only criminals having guns. And that's just fine for leftists like Bette Midler because she has the means to pay for men who carry guns for her to protect her at home and wherever she goes. Gun control for thee and not for me. And don't expect a goofy leftist to talk about how many crimes are thwarted each year when a victim has a firearm to defend himself. According to a website called Just the Facts, research shows that guns prevent thousands of crimes each and every day. I'll leave a link to the article down below in the description. Now, I would argue that leftist groups and organizations against Second Amendment rights cause many mass shootings. For example, leftists are famous for coming up with solutions that don't solve any problems. They just make them feel good about themselves. And that's good enough for the narcissists of our world. The lazier leftists like Bette Midler don't even take the time to come up with a goofy solution that won't work because they discovered that it is much easier to just virtue signal people about it instead. Virtue signaling allows lazy leftists to get the same feeling one gets when they do something good for other people without actually having to do something virtuous. What a racket! Midler's tweet was especially deceitful because of the recent school shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville, where a leftist transgender entered the school. It was a gun-free school zone building and murdered 3 9-year-old children and 3 adults. One of the goofy ideas that causes many people to get killed by the left are leftist gun-free school zone laws. Some dopey leftist one day came up with the idea that if you just put up a sign that says guns are not allowed in this zone, that criminals would obey the law. But criminals don't obey laws. That's kind of like why we call them criminals. So if a crazy person wants to shoot up a lot of people but doesn't want any responsible adults around who could shoot back at them, then their best bet would be to do a school shooting in a gun-free school zone. Folks, mass shooters might be crazy, but they're not stupid. Not like Bette Midler's stupid anyway. Now, these Hollywood useful idiots don't realize that they're tools of the tyrants that they support. They're doing the work of the people who want them disarmed too. Can you imagine how Midler would change her tune if she was told that she could no longer hire men with guns to defend her? Of course she's a phony. And Bette Midler has forgotten what it's like to live where crazy people could harm you. So she doesn't really give a damn. She just wants to virtue signal so she could feel really good about herself. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, visit rpwmedia.com. Share all of our stories with like-minded people. Give us a follow, please. It really helps. We'll see you in the next one.